start this recording on for the YouTubes. Can someone confirm for me for Facebook, please?
Okay,
I don't have Facebook.
let me.
Biggest.
Yeah, it's live.
All right. So...
I'm on that MySpace craze.
Oh
Yeah,
God. Dude, nah,
Friends,
dude, it's
sure.
all about that MSN, dude. You feel?
Yeah. AIM.
Oh, dude, AIM, dude. Holy crap. All right. We'll just give this another 2 minutes. Make sure my internet's warming up to everything before I wreck myself because I didn't check myself. So yeah. We'll give it 2 more minutes until 8:35. Actually, 30 seconds. And then
30 seconds.
30 seconds. Make sure everything's running good. Facebook Live looking good for the time being. Make sure everything's looking good on my screen. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. All right, let's just get this podcast going. All right. So, hi everyone. Welcome to the second episode of the Neon Podcast. I am your host and channel owner, Neon Penalba. Hello everyone. It's good to see your faces again. All right. So, before I introduce myself, because I'm sure if you're watching it, you probably know me, unless you're one of the lovely friends of one of these three individuals. I'd like to like them to introduce themselves to everyone else. No, I won't be shouting that on stream. So let's go in order of what's on my screen from top left. So Java, please introduce yourself. What your name is, what you do, or where you go to, or whatever, and a fun fact about yourself.
Okay. Hi, my name's Java. I'm currently a third year at UC Berkeley studying math and logic. Woo. And I game in my free time. And a fun fact about me is, as you notice, I'm surrounded by plushies. I have a collection. I have 20 items in my collection right now. So yeah.
Was that Koro Sensei?
Yeah, it's Koro Sensei.
Hey.
I feel like that's the one everyone notices first. All right, very nice. Then we go
Yeah.
to the bottom left of the stream. Ryan, would you like to introduce yourself?
My name's Ryan, and I'm from Carson, California. And I'm, I don't really do anything. I just stay at home, go work out, and play video games. Then one cool fact about me is,
Damn, dude, he skipped fun and went to cool. This guy's awesome.
I don't know, like I'm 21 years old. Yeah.
Dang,
That's
that's
pretty
so
cool.
that's so cool, dude. All right, now we go
Interesting.
to the.
I thought Ryan was as old as me. What the heck?
All right, so we go down to the bottom right of the podcast, right below my camera, is returning guest Kemp Rivas. Go ahead.
Alright, this is Nero on set. I'm returning guest. I don't know if I'm gonna be in episode 3. I'm a newly grad. I'm unemployed right now. So anyone with a open position, hook me up. I mean, hit me up. Yeah.
All right, cool. And just as to reintroduce myself, hello everyone. My name is Neon Penalba, also newly grad from UC Berkeley. And yeah, welcome to the stream, welcome to the channel if you're watching on YouTube. All right, so first topic on the night is about gaming, or pretty much this entire podcast is about gaming. And the first topic at hand, we have, the question is, what roles do you pick in video games and why? And in relation to yourself personally, why do you pick these roles? Does it relate to your personality? Is it the opposite of your actual personality and or your characteristics and stuff like that? So as an example, let's say for me, I like to play I like to play tanks or DPS because I like to be in the front line and control the enemy how I want to do it. So yeah, like as an example. So yeah, does anyone want to start off, or do you want me to go like eeny, meeny, miny, mo?
I'll go first or next.
Cool.
For me, I'm more of like I like to play the backline stuff because I like being safe in the back, and I think like in most of the games I play, the backline stuff is like the mages. So mages are they're versatile. They can do a lot of shit. That's why I like about it.
Okay. So in terms of, okay, let me just like follow up on that. For you specifically, in terms of backline, do you mean like mages damage or healers in the back as well? Because if they don't want a front line,
But
is there like a specific
both,
backline? Both?
both. Yeah. I mean, like I don't mind being healer. I don't mind being support. I don't mind doing damage. I just like
You just like
the
being
versatility and like mages backline.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Ryan, Java. What about you two?
Do you want to go first, or should I go?
I'll go next.
Okay.
So, I mean, recently I've been playing mostly just Final Fantasy 14, and it's just like, I mean, it's sort of simplified into three roles: DPS, damage, which is damage dealer, tank, healer. And I found myself maining healer ever since I started playing. Just it just sort of gives you a lot of control over situations that can happen in like dungeons and raids. Because you're doing a lot. Like I think you're doing the most out of the other roles, and I guess like what that says about my personality is just like I like to be in control of my situation as much as I can. But that also can backfire. Usually, if something messes up, uh, it might be your fault or it might be someone else's fault. Who knows? But yeah, it's sort of easy to fall into the trap that it's sort of my fault if like someone dies. Sometimes it's just not because maybe they were standing in something they weren't supposed to be standing. So yeah. But in like other games, I usually like playing like mages because I just like the range between me and the enemy. It
Oh,
makes
so you got
it safe.
two mage
And
players over here, two ranged and support players. All right.
I get what you mean by falling into that trap of like say I hate like engaging. Like when I'm playing League, I don't like engaging. I don't like playing these like well,
yeah,
it's not that I don't like playing tanks. It's just like I don't like to be like leading the charge.
yeah, and like if something messes up, it's sort of on you, and
Uh,
that's never fun.
yeah,
I know. I had,
I
I
get
mean,
that feel.
yeah, it happens a lot as a healer, especially when I'm doing like endgame raids on 14. Like it
Ah,
happened yesterday, but that can be like later. I can go into it later.
for sure, for sure. All right, Ryan, go ahead. Your turn, buddy.
Alright, so usually in like MMOs like World of Warcraft, I would play like priest because they're always in the back like healing people and like being really supportive, like crowd control. And yeah, that's basically it. And it's uh, like for League of Legends, I don't really like playing the support role because like in League of Legends, I feel like I'm more of a flashier player, and
Mhm.
I like playing like mechanically intensive champions. So I'd play like Riven, for example, and I'd want to do something flashy that like impresses people, and like I don't know, I just want to look cool in front of everybody. Yeah,
So it just depends.
Yeah,
but then
At that point, it just depends what game you're playing in, then, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so
true.
that's
That's
fair.
also a big part.
I think that's also fair to say. Um,
yeah.
yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I like yeah. It really depends on like what the game offers as like what characters you can play. I mean, like with League, there's like just a lot of variety. There's a lot of like different skills that in mechanics for each champion. Like I'm pretty sure there's been jokes about how some champions are like just easy to play and you can pick them up, and like other champions, like when I was playing a lot, Syndra is hard to play, and I picked her as my first as my first mid because I was like Syndra's cool, but I was like, dude, how do you play Syndra? She's so freaking hard. um, also, I guess like another game I played a lot intensively was also Vindictus. A lot of it
Ooh.
is, yeah. I mean, pretty much every character in there is like a damage dealing character. There's no real support character except like Staff Eevee, but she can also deal her own damage. So it's like different playstyle, you know.
I think that yeah, that's definitely fair to say. That's fair to say. Especially with, like we said, it depends. It really depends on the game that you're playing. If it's either a very niche and specific role that um that the game allows you to play versus like you said, Final Fantasy or Vindictus, where it's like regardless of what role you're playing, you'll it's not the same as let's say another role
Yeah.
called the same thing in another game. So I think that's
Yeah.
definitely fair to say. But I'm actually
Yeah.
what I'm surprised about it, and I didn't think I would get this with all three of you, is that playing in an MMO, you all said you all want to play backline mages. That actually caught me off guard. I would not expect that because I knew Kemp would like to stay in the back, and I knew Java would like to play healer, but I didn't think Ryan would play priest.
Yes,
Like
same here, dude.
that one caught me off guard. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That one caught me off guard. So
Oh my.
so in terms of what I've heard so far in terms of being backline, being safe, and then Ryan, of course, you have your flashy moments in League of Legends, like you said, being playing mechanically challenging champions, right? So
Mhm.
not just the ones that you've said out loud, and you know, in regards to other games that you've played, what um, how do you think this attributes to your own like personality or mentality, both in and out the game? So, and I don't think yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, what were you gonna say? You go first.
Oh no, I was just gonna like specify more into like what I would play, but I can get into that later. So go ahead.
Okay, I don't know. Uh, for me, I feel like during high school, I was just really quiet and I didn't really, yeah, I was really shy and I didn't really talk to anybody in high school. Uh, so I don't know, like what would my personality do with what champions I play or like what role I play.
Mhm.
But like thinking of like a shy person or like not so outgoing person, they would like depend on others and like they would play support, I guess. But I don't know. I like playing like bruisers and stuff.
So would you say that not necessarily directly attributing to it? So say let's say it had the opposite effect, right? Like you were shy, but in a video game,
Mhm.
you're not necessarily yourself. So I don't know. This is just like I said, all hypothetical, but you could be like because you were shy. Oh, I want to show off now because I was shy before. You know what I mean? It's like oh,
Yeah.
you're like that one character in the anime. It's like I don't talk to anyone. I got God seat by the window in the back row of the class. Nah, dude,
Oh
I'm
my
gonna be the best. I'm gonna be the best and most flashiest guy, and whoever I play with won't even know it's me. You know what I mean? I know I'm totally
That's
going
me,
off
yeah.
like an anime script right now, but
Oh my
you
god.
know, this just those kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Not niche, but character archetypes and stuff. But that's very generic. But that could go with anything. Anything can be interpreted in any way. So yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know, Camp Java, what do you guys have to say about your own things as well?
I think for me, I just really enjoy playing mages because like there's for them there's like a lot of play styles. So in person, I like to try out a lot of new things if I have the chance to. So if you take me out somewhere and like somewhere to eat, like there's like obviously the regular that I'll get, but then like if I'm feeling it, I'll definitely try out something new too. And like more than half the time, that's probably what I'll do.
Okay. Adventurous, feeling adventurous. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Cool.
For me, so um I also kind of forgot to mention I just don't play mages. I've sort of picked up melee DPS on 14, and it's very fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go into that a little. But I think even as a child, like playing MMOs as a child, like I remember playing RuneScape there so far back.
Holy
And like,
RuneScape.
and,
All right, dude.
and
Yeah.
my first character on MapleStory was a mage. I think it's like this the aesthetic of mages that really pulled me into playing like casters in general, because I was like, wow, magic is cool. Oh my god, like look at all this aesthetic. Like all the spells look so cool. Like
Okay. I think that's
yeah,
fair. Yeah, see that's a whole nother
Yeah.
factor that I personally didn't even consider until like right now. I think that's
Yeah,
totally
so
fair.
yeah, and I mean like it's like like in most games, like magicians are sometimes like paired up like working with nature or like working with something called like elementals or whatever. And I always thought that was cool. I was like, I kind of like I like nature and stuff. I like flowers especially. Like mages always had that aesthetic that I just really like was like resonated with. So I would mostly pick caster. But lately I've picking up melee DPS in 14 at least. My friend jokingly suggested I try out Samurai, and I tried out Samurai, and it was pretty fun. And I think I'm trying out more just because there's just something very satisfying about, I guess, brutally murdering your enemies. as best as I can put it.
Damn, dude, we have like a low-key like closet yandere up in here, dude.
I'm not. No, it's
You have
just
some angered event.
No,
We're open. We're
I
open.
think-
We're open here.
yeah. I think like low key, I might have some anger and out, but it's like cause like when I started playing 14, I thought like everyone's like, oh, healer is hard to play. It was like playing a damage dealer is kind of hard because it's like up to you to kill stuff, and I don't know if I can take pressure. So, but it's actually not that bad, and it's actually really fun, and it's actually very easy. So I guess it's like something I think I let myself do it sometimes just to relax. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So we got aesthetics, we got personality, and we got adventurous. So in terms of myself, what I said earlier is partially what roles I would play. In terms of like an MMO situation, I like playing frontline DPS, tank, stuff like that. I remember I tried getting into what was that one MMO? Hera? No, something like that. Terra. There you go. Terra. Hera.
Oh, Terra.
Yeah, I tried getting into Terra for a bit, and I ended up picking Lancer, which is like a slight DPS. It was a tank DPS hybrid, which I was like, oh, that's cool. I can block, I can dodge, I can still do damage, and for me, I personally, like you guys said, like it's a bit controlling the fight, being able to contribute in your own way. But for me, it's like because of the person who I am, I like to play, especially in team-oriented games. I like to play for the rest of my team, and the friends. It's like I know it sounds a little cheesy, but like Ike in Super Smash Brothers, dude. It's like I fight for my friends. It's like in a in an MMO strategy. That is how I view myself. Is I'm playing for the team. I need to protect my friends. Sure, the healer is healing me, duh. I mean, if there's a healer, obviously, but like I like
Yeah.
I'm the protective one in how I see myself. And like when I get to like when I have even in real life, I have a close friend if they're having like a hard time in life, or they need a vent, they need a rant. That's like, oh yeah, I'm here. You know what I mean? That's how
Yeah.
I view myself. I am the one who will take care of the rest of the team in my own way, whether not necessarily being a healer. Like I don't mind being a healer support, but I like but at the same time I like being what Ryan said. I like to show off a little bit. It's like, oh yeah, dude, I'm the tank, I'm the DPS. Like, look at me, dog. Like, I want my work to be noticed by others. Which also probably relates to like, oh, I just want attention on me from time to time. Um, so I think that attributes it as well. So I don't know. You guys have anything else to add about your own roles or like, or any other games that we haven't mentioned? I know Ryan, you play Maple, Kemp.
Oh yeah, for Maple, I also played Priest too.
Oh.
Dang, consistent. All right, that's fair.
For Maple Story, it was way different because it was just
Yeah.
like a grindy game.
Dude, I don't know the
you
side
didn't,
of Ryan, man.
yeah, you didn't go through like raids or anything. Then like I play this Maple Story private server,
Mhm.
and like the Priest. Well, that's the what is called in third job. The fourth job is called the Bishop, and
Mhm.
that class basically is just like you use that class to make money off of people, and that's why I
Okay.
made that. So I can make
I think that
It's-
has its own ulterior motives, dude. Clearly,
It's-
it's making money. That
Yeah.
has a whole nother like level that we can delve into.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that sounds pretty accurate from what I remember. Um,
Mhm.
for me, I guess like I'm gonna write off like what you said, John. Like you want to sort of be that person that can like support other people. I think that's sort of like why I picked healer in the first place on 14 at least. It's I was like I was getting the game as a graduation gift from my friends, and they're like, "Oh, you should pick a job before you start." And I'm like, "God, there's like 15 jobs. I don't know what to pick." And they're like, "Okay, do you want to play healer, tank, or DPS?" And I'm like, And like literally the first question I asked was like, "What do we not have as a group?"
Oh,
And
all right.
yeah, and they're
Sounds like
like,
someone I know.
and they were like, "Oh, we don't have someone who plays a healer." And I was like, "Okay, I'll just pick that up then." So that's sort of how I got like shoveled into that path. And I've pretty much made healer ever since, just because it was like a job no one wanted to do, and I found out I was pretty good at it, and
Okay.
like personality wise, I kind of don't like drawing a lot of attention to me, but like I do like doing a lot of work for other people and having it be recognized, but like you don't have to throw parades for me or anything because
Oh,
like that's
okay.
so
Fair.
uh like what happens a lot is like as a healer, sometimes some people take you for granted, but you do a lot for the team, and you just gotta be comfortable with sometimes knowing that even though you do a lot for the team, sometimes they give you too much shit that you don't deserve sometimes.
That's I think that's totally fair.
Yeah, I
Because
mean
it's
like
like yeah, because it's like if you're specifically in your case too, if you're the only healer, you know what I mean? It's
yeah
like there's a lot of pressure on you to perform well, especially
yeah.
if you're the only one. It's and like let's say no, sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. That's all I wanted to say.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like, I can go into what happened yesterday in my raids, but that's like later because it was pretty wild, and I was like, why am I getting so much shit?
Dang.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's
Okay.
like
All right. Camp, did you have I think you wanted to say something. You were gonna jump in, but
No, not really. I get what you mean by taking a lot of shit, but at the same time, I kind of don't because I played a bit of WoW back in high school, middle school, but then I didn't really play with a lot of people, so I kind of don't I didn't really get like all that, the shit that they give you if you mess up or something. And like most of the MMOs I played, I usually play them solo. Like in college, I played a lot of Path of Exile, and I mostly soloed like most of the maps.
oh.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. I see what you mean.
I think it was a necromancer in that game.
Ooh. You,
Yeah.
you like the dead stuff, dude.
No, I just like summoning things.
Oh.
They
oh
do
my
the
god,
dirty work.
oh god. I'm gonna say this right now.
Okay.
I don't like playing summoner classes. It's like one thing I don't like playing in games.
See, like, I used to have a really shitty computer, and like back in middle school, I played Dungeon Fighter Online, and the summoner was like a class I always wanted to play, but my computer was too shitty to handle
Yeah.
all the summons.
Yeah, because you would have to summon a shit ton
Yeah.
for them to actually do something. Yeah, I
Yes.
used to play I still play Dungeon Fighter online, so
It,
the only mage class I didn't touch.
Yeah, it's a game that I always want to get back into, but I never have time because I play like
Yeah.
mobiles and stuff now. Yeah,
I think that's
but yeah,
totally
I mean
fair.
like Necromancer is like it's like another like backline mage that
Yeah.
it'll have a special place in my heart because it's
Have other people do
they
your work.
they do the dirty work.
I see how it is.
Yeah,
I see
you just focus on something easy.
I see how it is. I think now that you bring that point up, I think for me, I play like playing League, right? I also like to control like how I said like I like to be flashy sometimes, but I want to control the flow of the fight as like a frontliner. I think that also for me integrates my play style in terms of League of Legends. Like I like to play support playmakers a lot. I like to play aggressive ADCs in lane. That's why personally, this is just me. Like you have to play. My playstyle is play aggressive like a good chunk of the time, regardless of the game we play. Like Kemp, when we used to do our Minecraft Let's Plays, I would always be the one jumping in first into like dozens and dozens of mobs, throwing myself into the flames. But like literally, I would throw myself into flames in Minecraft. So it was like really funny to me. But at the same time, it's like if anyone's gonna be taking like a leadership position, I personally would want it because that's how I view myself. And even though it might not everyone's gonna agree with the leadership style, as long as everyone's on the same page, at that point, I think for me that's how I view myself. Like I like my work style, my work not work ethic necessarily. My work ethic sucks, but like in-game mentality of like, all right, this is how I want to do things, and I hope the rest of the team or whoever I'm playing with can understand what my mentality and my thought process is. But that's just me. So in terms of like contrast, how do you guys feel about that? Because it's like I like to play playmakers. I like obviously Kemp and Ryan. You guys know that I also like to play in-game shot caller from time to time. So what are your thoughts if you guys like playing backline stuff or flashy stuff in Ryan's case in League? So what do you guys think about like somewhat your own view of other people's roles? Or Java, you too. It's like how do you view other people doing their roles? Now that we've discussed and openly talked about our own roles, how do you feel about or what's your
I mean,
influence on others?
I mean, if they're good at their role, I mean, I don't have a problem with them doing their role. I mean, I think, but it's like, well, I mean,
Because it's like
can you say the question one more time?
so it's like not just how you view other people doing their specific role, right? It's just like like clash of roles along with like clash of personalities. You know what I mean? Because like I like to play the leadership role kind of type because I like to play tank, frontline tank, DPS. I like to play engage supports in League, and in like let's say Overwatch, right? I like to be the one making the big play, getting the sweet flank that gets like a triple kill or a quad kill or something like that. Because it's like, but then there's the other side of the coin. It's like, oh, is the rest of the team gonna be okay with that? Or like, you know what I mean? Like meshing well with the rest of your team or a clash of personalities. Um, that's why it's like, although I play shot caller and sometimes engagers, um, you guys may or may not enjoy me doing that sometimes. Hypothetically, I don't know if you do or if you don't, but I don't know, stuff like that. So like, um, in your role, how do you um, how well do you like mesh well with others? Because for me, okay, another example, I like to play engage supports and like I like to play aggressive, right? But if I get someone on my team that doesn't know how to like play aggressive at all in their role or like doesn't know how to play their role properly, in my opinion, it really ticks me off. Like I said, let's say in League of Legends, I like to play Bard, Thresh, Blitzcrank, Leona, stuff like that. That's why I can't stand people who play super passive supports like Janna. Dear God, the Nunu supports. Um, so like Soraka is like okay because you have a silence, and that can be a game changer. But like Jan, it's
Yeah.
like they don't contribute much because they are, in my opinion, rely on other champions too much. You know what I mean? It's like how you view other roles.
Um, I'm gonna go last because I actually have a funny story. It's the raid yesterday. I'll go last. It's a long story.
Okay. Oh yeah, I think chemistry is it's like an important thing when you're playing like these like team oriented games. Like I mean like if you have five passive people, like nothing's ever gonna happen. But at the same time, if you have like four people, I mean like all five people trying to like gun for plays, I feel like that's when things like go into chaos. So I think a good mix of things is fine. Like for me, I don't want to be the I don't really want to be the playmaker, but like if you tell me to do something and if I can mechanically do it, I'll do it. Like I'll try to get my job done. Like I want to be the kind of guy that just that does what he needs to do and then
Okay.
that plays the game out.
Okay. For sure. For sure. Ryan, what about you?
Uh, yeah, I also agree with you that like, uh, there are like some supports in the game, like League of Legends, that it feels like they're not really doing anything, but they're really just like, I feel like they are contributing a lot when they're just like healing and shielding people, but it doesn't look as flashy or because you're just like in the back just shielding or healing people. And yeah,
I think that's fair to say also, because especially in like pro play, it's hard for people to recognize like a really sick shield, really cool heal, or like unless it's like absolutely like game changing or like saves like someone by like a sliver of health. And let's see,
Yeah.
we have Anthony Yong in the live stream chat. He says, Neuron shot calling usually clashes with someone's and kills ourselves in game. I think that's true. I that's what I mean. It's like what Kemp said, clash of personalities. If everyone's trying to look for a play, or if we have different mindsets, I think it'll happen from time to time. So
Yeah.
yeah, Java,
Um,
what's your
for
story, fam?
okay, for me, I mean, like recent experiences, I'm actually blessed to have like some sort of like open, constant communication with the people I play with, which is something that's always lacking if you like do normals and on like normals or like ranked on League. Like, there's only so much you can say through chat. You, because like on voice it's just so much easier to be like, oh, I'm going in, or oh, I'm gonna gank this lane at this time. You better be ready. And in chat, it's kind of hard to do like type it all up and like also do your stuff. So like that communication is just like kind of cut off, and I think that might lead to like what's a lot of clashing in most games. It's just like you can't really what your randoms are like thinking about. You can't really tell what they want to do unless they say it, or they can't read your mind either. So if you don't say, oh, I'm going in now, it's kind of hard to like pick up on that and like go with you, or like be like, hey dude, don't go in, that's a bad idea.
Okay.
It's yeah, because like it's communication is important, but like going back to your original question, like what I think about other people in other roles, I feel like with every role, there's a different skill set that you have to do. And if you can pull it off, I respect you. If you can't, that's okay. You can learn to be better. But I can't stand people who claim that they're the best, but they're actually. I can't stand those people. Like I even do it with other healers. Like I've run into so many white mages on 14 who can't even play their own class properly, and I'm like, why are you playing white mage? White mage is the easiest healer in this game, and you can't even play it properly. And I'm just like, oh my god, like, what did you do the past 70 levels? But that's just me kind of being salty, you know?
I
But
think that's fair. Yeah.
yeah, it's just like I can't. I guess like personality wise, there's only like a few personalities I can't stand, and it's like those who claim that they know what they're doing, but they don't actually know what they're doing. And if you tell them, oh, you can improve in this way, and like give some sort of constructive criticism, and they don't take it seriously, and they kind of just like, it's like, I don't know what you're talking about, and kind of like put you off. It's like, yeah,
Okay.
I don't like those people.
I
And-
get it. I
and, like,
get. Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And like they show up in any role, healer, tank, DPS, melee DPS, whatever. Like there's always people like that, and you just kind of grow a thick skin. And you're just like, okay, you know what? If you don't want to listen to me, then you can keep playing your class badly. It's not my fault.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, it's just like stubborn people, you
Yeah.
know, playing their roles.
Yeah. That's just a whole nother sub issue of people, like you said, stubborn. People being toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think.
it still falls under like, you know, the gaming community, like
Yeah.
toxicity and people being stubborn has always been a big thing.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. It's just there's always people like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's fair to say. And if you don't,
Wait, when
oh, sorry, go ahead.
hold on. Wait, when you play like raids in FF14, do you usually play with randoms or are you usually with friends?
So that is a good segue because I was like, I should tell my story because I've been hinting at it. So in like the recent endgame raids that was released in Stormblood, I've been playing with friends. Like the terminology is what they call a static. It's like this group of people that you run these savage runs with every week. So we don't have a full 8 that's from our friend group, but we pulled like people from Reddit or like the raid channel on Discord. So I'm the only healer from our friend group, and we pulled a healer from Reddit. They're a pretty good co-healer. Just want to say that. Shout out to them. You know, they make my job easy. Thank the Lord.
Nice.
But yeah, when we raid, we use a Discord server, and we're like calling out stuff like mechanics, like, oh, we need to stack. Oh, we need to go east, west, or whatever. And like, it's good because like people don't forget mechanics because you're calling them out. And if like something's happening, it's like, hey, you need to do this more, or like, I'm gonna tank swap, stuff like that. It's like it leaves less room for mistakes. But what happened yesterday was because we don't know the other healer, when there were mistakes in the healing department, one of the tanks gave me shit for it, and I was like, I'm not the only healer on the party. Like, excuse you. You know, and I was just like, it's frustrating as a healer when people kind of blame their deaths on you when it's not your fault sometimes. It's like, it's really frustrating because I knew in the runs before, no one died to unnecessary damage because I was healing everyone fine and the other co-healer was healing fine. I mean, the only reason why people died was just that they just didn't step in the right direction or whatever. You know, that's like this person was sort of like giving me so much throughout the raids, and I'm just like, I'm not the only healer. Like, why are you not egging the other person? And I was just like very done, and I was like kind of close to walking out a few times, but I kind of like bit my tongue, and I was like, I just need to clear this week.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure,
So
for
it's
sure.
like, yeah, it's a lot of. I guess as a healer, you deal with a lot of shit, even from your friends.
That's fair.
What can you do?
That's fair. That's
No,
fair.
I respect those people that with like thick skins. I know when I'm playing League with Neyron, I don't play League. I never play League by myself. Like I absolutely can't do it.
Yeah, I can't do it
I
either.
probably can't handle like, you know, the rest of other people. I mean, like I can't deal with someone like, you know, like if I mess up, I'm probably prone to like messing up. But like if it's better like if a friend tells me I messed up because, you know, it'll be like I'll accept it. But like if some random tells me I messed up, like I don't even know this guy. Like what the hell?
Yeah,
Like I don't care about you. You don't have any importance in my
I know.
life,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh my god, you know what I hate that some people sometimes do in all chat? They do the question mark thing when you make a mistake in your play, and they're like question mark, and I'm like, dude, like
The question mark thing.
yeah, it's so
Feels bad,
stupid.
man.
I hate it. Oh my god.
All right. So I think I think this segues pretty well into the second topic that we'll try and hit. I'll try to keep this to 15 to 20 minutes on this one. I'll try to keep it 15 minutes on AIM because we've been going pretty long, but this segues pretty well
Yeah.
into the second topic. So, this second topic is the power of video games and just esports as a whole. So we already talked about people being stubborn, people being toxic. So that's one aspect or one factor of a video game, right? It's like, oh, the community can get to you, right? Or the other players in the game can get to you because it's like, oh, they're toxic, you know? It might affect your mentality, it might affect your gameplay. So at that point, what other aspects has video games attributed to your life, whether good or bad, or what has someone else attributed into you becoming a gamer per se? So, for example, other than toxicity, I think we've gone over that enough already so far. So I think that's fair. But other things such as what is it? It's like, oh, video gaming has helped me like de-stress because it's an escapism from real life, or it lets me, like what I said for like Ryan, as hypothetically for Ryan was, it lets me be someone who I can't be, or something like that. So if anything, Ryan, we haven't heard from you for a while, so you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. As a kid, my mom didn't really want me uh, she didn't want me to like go outside or anything. She
Hmm.
just wanted me to stay home. So like my first system was a N64, and
Hey, sorry,
all
go
I
ahead.
would do is just like play video games by myself. Like I played Pokemon Stadium by myself, like the mini games and like Super Smash Bros. It was pretty fun. Like that's what like really got me into gaming because it was something to pass time, and it was really entertaining. Then what like I really got into like Halo MLG,
Oh,
like the
nice.
scene, the pro scene.
Hmm.
And I'm just like, wow, because I would watch Halo 2 MLG pro scene. I'm just like, wow, these guys are like playing. They're like professionals and they play on teams,
Hmm.
and they're doing it for like uh, they're playing for money, and it was really interesting. So I would always watch that too, and it was cool like seeing it like transition to League of Legends 2 because I started playing like late season 1, and I didn't even know there was like a pro scene or anything. I just like played it for fun because in high school like a group of friends told me to play, and there was actually like pro team like the very first um the very first like professional game I saw was like probably like season 2 world finals or something like that, and it was at Staples Center, I
Mm.
think.
Mm.
Yeah, and my friends went, but I watched through the stream, and that was like I'm just like, oh wow, there's like pro uh, a pro league for this too, and I just like it just reminded me of the past and Halo, and I thought that was cool.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Kemp or Java, which one of you wants to go next?
I'll go
Alright, you can
last.
go ahead. Oh, you want to go last?
Oh yeah. I'll go last. But,
You can go ahead.
I
How do
mean,
you
I,
feel about it?
I mean, I can go. I can go. All right. So for me, I think mine was the same thing as started off the same thing as Ryan. It's like, oh, just because like I had an N64, a PS1, and like a Sega Genesis, but that was because all my sisters had it, and like they sort of just gave it to me, and like I used it, and I played it. So for me, that was my introduction as well into it. And then I think another aspect that got me into it was, I have two older sisters, and then they were all in high school, right? And then for some reason there was this like a couple times they would my sister's friends would come over to our house, and they would all have like a LAN party, or just everyone would bring a system. I was like, oh, and in their own TV. I was like, that's so cool. Everyone's playing like Super Smash Brothers Melee on a GameCube. They legit set up a LAN party of Halo 2 at our house. I was like, dude, that's so cool. They have like 3 different TVs and it's like there's teams and everything. I was like actually like really excited about that and stuff like that. So I think that's what got me excited was like being able to interact with others. And another aspect that I just want to just quickly touch upon is like what Ryan said was the esports scene and like professional play is that once I got into watching esports, my first esport that I got into was StarCraft 2 actually before I even played League of Legends. Um, was the investment, the emotional and mental investment that I put into like either specific players, specific teams, or in StarCraft, like I would always, I would tend to root for a specific in-game race rather than the other, just because I like that playing that race or looking at that race more. Um, but I think it also just relates to like traditional sports like basketball, football, soccer, all that stuff. Like the emotional investment. Like I know some people will give me like shit for it, but like I'm a pretty devout CLG fan. And I get a lot of shit from that because like everyone jumped on like the TSM bandwagon. I'm like, all right, that's cool, but like I like the underdog story. Like they almost got relegated out of esports, and like that doesn't happen in any other professional sport. A team just doesn't just leave because they suck. They get sold or bought out by another city, so they still exist. But I think that's another aspect of esports that they got me emotionally invested. It's like, oh, I really like this player. I'm gonna follow this team, which like relates back to traditional sports. So yeah, that's my point. Kemp, Java, it's up to you now. One of you.
I mean, oh, actually, that's something else. We're not franchising yet, so I don't want to talk about this.
Oh yeah. We're not talking about franchising. That's a whole nother story, but we'll get into
Yeah.
that another day maybe.
Yeah. Um, I'm pretty much similar to how Ryan was. Like, my parents didn't want me to going out, but at the same time, they didn't really want me playing games either, so they wouldn't buy me games. So
Just had a system, no games.
yeah, it feels bad, man. I think I had like my sister's handheld Game Boy Color. Like we'd share it, but like that was it. Like I'd have to I'd have to like really beg for games. I think it wasn't until middle school where I had like a PC to actually like do things with, and I think for games it was mostly just to connect with people. Like I don't think I ever like actually started playing a game just because I thought it was interesting. Like I'd play a game because like someone told me about it. They're like, hey, this is really cool. You should play it. And like yeah, that's I would play it. Like I talk about it with my friends and be like, oh, this is cool. And like if when there's another new game that comes out, well, we'll play it. So it was mostly like a tool I would use to connect with other people and like have conversations with.
Okay, that's definitely a true point. A lot of people use it to connect, network, and make friends. I think that's totally fair as well to say, because just really quick before step in before I hand it off to Java is like I've met people in Discord through League of Legends, and like I haven't even met them in person. Like Peach, Janice, never met her in person. Um, Kat, she was in the YouTube video who played Thresh. She lives in frickin' Canada, dude. Like there's no
Okay.
way like I've ever met her and stuff like that. So I think that's also like the connectivity that games can bring you together, even if you're not um, friends to begin with. So yeah, go ahead, Java. That's all you.
Yeah, so I sort of have like the same origin story as everyone else. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't think it was necessarily that my parents didn't want me going out. It's just that I just didn't want to go out myself. I was
Mm.
sort of a very sheltered kid growing up. So like the thing is like I never actually started with the console. I think it was like low key weird. Like my parents thought it was weird that I like games, but they were okay with my brothers liking games. Um, so what would usually happen, like for my first part of my childhood, I would literally just watch my brothers play games, and that was entertaining enough for me. I mean, they played Resident Evil, and I hate zombies, so I was just like, yeah, I'm not playing that. I'm not playing that. So like, I watched my brothers play console games I think our first one was like a PS1 actually. We moved on PS2 and then Xbox eventually and Xbox 360. But I never actually got into console gaming. I guess like my gaming lifestyle definitely started with the PC. I do admit that my first MMO was RuneScape. That was where I started. And like I think my brother was just like, "Hey, this game is really cool. You should play it." And then I just started playing it, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is kind of addicting, and this is like a good way to pass the time." And then I sort of just like picked up like what other MMOs a lot of people were playing at that time. So I got into MapleStory, and I sort of like had that whole thing with Nexon for like throughout
Good
middle
old
school and
Nexon.
Yeah, good old
Yeah,
Nexon,
yeah,
freaking
good old
Korean
Nexon.
company. God
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, so like I started with MapleStory, and then I moved on to like Mabinogi, and
Oh,
then
man,
Oh my
Mabinogi.
god.
yeah, and then eventually Dungeon Fighter Online. And then I still play Vindictus sometimes, and like all that. So like I like played almost all the Nexon games for some reason. Yeah, and the funny thing is, it definitely does connect you to a lot of people from different places. So through Mabinogi, I actually met pretty much like one of the closest groups of friends I still consider to this day. And like I played that game in like freaking middle school, and I'm in college now, and I still talk to them. Like my friend, he lives in Canada. He's like a lab technician in Canada. He makes a shit ton of money. So like this headset actually was like a birthday gift to me because on Discord when I talked on my laptop mic, we can't understand you. Like you're not coming through. You sound so garbled. We're gonna buy you a headset. I'm like, aren't headsets like $100 or
Dang.
something? And they're like,
That's
I
cool.
just
That's sick.
yeah. And Ken was
Oh
like,
my
oh, I
god.
just paid off my car. I'll just buy you a headset. And I'm just like, what the heck is this?
Dang.
Yeah. So yeah, he lives in Newfoundland, and then I have friends in Arizona. One's in Indiana right now. So it's like they're like people I talk to still, and it's really cool. And it's like I wouldn't have met them otherwise if I didn't play Mabinogi. And I don't know, it's just fun meeting people all over the world.
Okay,
I guess. Yeah.
that's true.
Shoutouts to Ken, man. That guy's a real
Yeah.
homie.
Yeah, he's a real
yeah,
homie.
dude. Dang.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just
What
jump
were
in.
you gonna say, Aaron?
Let me just jump in real quick. You reminded me of like when I was before Twitch TV was a thing. It was called JTV, Justin.tv. I mentioned this
Oh,
back in
yeah,
my
yeah.
first YouTube video or my first vlog. This is where I got connected to the Smash community for the first time. And then I would have friends across the nation as well. We all played Brawl online. Obviously, sometimes due to the Wii servers, it sucked and we couldn't play. But other times, one person would stream and like we would have tournaments from people all across the U.S. and Canada. They had a friend in Toronto, had a friend in Houston, had a friend in New Orleans, had someone in Illinois, Chicago, had someone else in Minnesota, and I was actually one of the few people in the stream or in the channels that came from L.A. Because it's weird because even some of them got close. The ones from Mississippi and Texas actually met up and became like cool friends later down the line. And at that point, I was only like 12, 13, 14. I was like probably the youngest ones there, and yet I was playing with these like way older high school students, college students, and some of them are even adults. And like we were all having like tournaments, and it was really fun. So I think that also inspired me to like stream and have that kind of community where regardless of where you come from. And like Twitch now that so many people can stream, it's way harder of a barrier of entry to get like that kind of fan base and following per se because like so many people can do it. But I think that was also like a big impact on me growing up. It was just being able to connect with others even though I've never met them too. So
Yeah. Yeah, like I know I guess like recently it seems like a lot of gaming communities get shit for like toxic people, and it's just like there's always bad apples. Right?
yeah.
But I think like definitely there's always that nice community that you can talk with about stuff, like whether you're into theory crafting or lore or whatever.
Mhm.
Like every game has its own community, and it's like just like a pool of people that you can meet and get to know, because you're always playing the game, and like I think that was always nice, especially when I was growing up, because I kind of I grew up kind of feeling lonesome all the time, so I would literally go to MMOs to have a sense of like connection with other people. Like I think that was like the easiest for me to do at the time, is to like socially connect with people online, just because uh it didn't feel so like, it didn't have that much pressure like making friends in real life for me. So like it's like it's like a good it's like a good way for some people to make friends, even when it's like, especially when it's hard to do them, to have to for them to make friends in real life.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely easier. I mean, just like someone will come up to you like, "Hey, do you want to party? You want to do this?" I mean, I remember I was playing Dungeon Fighter Online like back in middle school, and young me was I mean, like I was open to like trust and party with a lot of people, and I didn't care who it was. I was like, all right, let's play. And, like,
I think
yeah,
yeah.
I'll do that. And, like nowadays, like a few years ago, I was in college. I was playing Path to Exile. And I was just like some people would message me, like like I'd make a new character, and someone messaged me if I wanted to party. I just ignore that guy.
Yeah,
like,
I
it's
see.
kind of it's kind of weird now. It's just like I mean I've noticed it with myself too. Is like I'm not as open to meeting new people as I was back then.
Because you found your group, right? It's like now that you found your group, you don't want to like don't want to introduce a new bacteria or a new virus, something new.
I don't want to call people that, but
yeah, dude, because they're toxic, dude. They're poison. They're poisonous to this community, dude. They don't need to join our group.
I mean, that makes sense.
You're the toxic one.
Get out of my group, dude.
oh my god. Yikes.
No, I'm kidding. I think that just also depends on like where you start, where you begin your gaming journey, along with the other people that you start with. I think. All right, cool. So, oh, Ryan, you have something to say?
Oh yeah, like it was really hard for me to like interact with people because I was really shy, and like when I started playing League of Legends, there was a group that I would always play with, and it was so easy to like play with them and like have fun and like interact with them. And because you guys have something like related, you guys like, all of you guys like playing League of Legends, you're both learning, because this is like pre-30, and I was learning how to play the game, and these other players are like you don't even know them, and like you don't even know them, and they're just like helping you out, and it was a fun experience when you're like playing a new game. But yeah, and it's cool like meeting people online. You don't really know them, and like everyone's different. Like there's always a face behind that computer monitor. Everyone has their own emotions towards games.
That's definitely like a good point to have out there, because like we said, we've all had an experience of playing with someone we didn't necessarily know behind the character, behind the screen, like Ryan says. So I think that's also an important thing about gaming, especially online interactions as well. Because obviously there might be like that girl, that guy in real life, or that guy who just Ryan priesting it up for money. I think it all just depends, and like as we've gotten older, we've really like taken it at some of these experiences to heart. You know what I mean?
All right. That's why I have trust issues.
Yes.
I mean, for me, it's kind of. I would imagine it's a little bit different because I was actually a girl playing games, and like. I still remember, like, I think today some people think that she's, like, freaking weird. They're like, oh my god, why is there a girl playing this game? Whatever.
I mean,
and I'm just like, whatever. I'm a good healer, whatever. It's like, whatever you want to say about me. It's just like, I don't know. Like, to be honest, some people got kind of creepy when they learned I was a girl. because I'm like, I'm not here to date. I'm here to play a game, dude.
Hey, yeah, you tell him. You tell him, Java.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not here to be your girlfriend. I'm here to heal for this dungeon, and then after we can like part ways because I don't really want to know you.
Okay,
like,
that's fair.
like it's still it's
Dang,
weird.
Kemp, did you just
Like,
say same, dude?
Dang. No, it's
Do
just
people
dang,
hit on
because
you after a
I'm
raid?
like,
it's
I'm like,
it's
remember like the old RuneScape days where you just like you get these girls like that they're looking for the like sugar daddies.
oh my gosh,
You get,
the
like,
sugar
random stuff on it.
daddy.
It's like I was like,
Online
dang,
girlfriend.
I remember that.
Buying
Online
girlfriend.
girlfriends? Oh god.
Buying GF 20 gold.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Buying GFs.
Alright.
Yeah, I know.
Alright. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Finish up your thought, Java.
Oh, yeah, it's just like I know like there was this one guy in Vindictus. Like we ran a raid together and he like added me and I was like, I don't want to be that person. Like I'm not gonna add you because I don't know you. He might be a nice person and I added him. And then once he figured out I was a girl, he wouldn't stop bothering me and I'm like please,
Dang.
like I don't
Okay.
want this. Like, yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Alright.
Yeah.
So, now that we've got some of our experiences, our gaming experiences, both online and offline, onto the table, off our chest. So, with that said, we've hit the roughly the 1 hour mark on the stream, and let's not flip the question on its head. Let's get a little bit more quirky with this question, just to end off the last 10 minutes. So we'll make this a lightning round topic. So I told you guys what possible topics what we're gonna do. Have you guys watched Lane by Lane?
Oh my god, are you serious?
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right.
No.
So
There's like an ESPN version of this, right?
Oh, yeah,
I forgot what
First
it's called.
Take?
It's like something horn.
oh, I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
It's like
Yeah. Okay. So lightning round.
I know it's
question.
based off that.
Yeah. So lightning round question. All right. So we're gonna. It's like a quick little fun debate. I don't care if you're right, if you're wrong. If you prove to me that you have confidence in your answer, that's all that matters. And then if there's people in the audience, they can vote too if they who they want. So lightning round question. We'll have two of them. First one: pick any role in any game, and why is it the best role? Go. Let's go. Let's go down the line. Let's go. Java. Go.
Oh,
30
role
seconds.
in any game.
30 seconds. Go.
Healer in Final Fantasy 14 because if you know how to play a healer really well, you are a god at the game because you have to watch 8 people's HP bars, manage your cooldowns, and also DPS. That's like 3 jobs in one. And if you can do that, you're really good at the game and you can probably play the other roles really well. That's it.
Okay, Ryan, go. We have healer off the table. Go ahead.
Top lane bruisers and League of Legends. Because I'm the best top laner in the world. Nah, just
Oh,
Red-
all right.
Wow,
I give you
that's a
points for
claim.
that one. All right. Good. Keep going. Give it to me. Come on, Ryan. 15 more seconds. Go.
You
What?
know, ribbon mains. Pretty cool. Flashy
Wait,
players.
That doesn't sound like a positive though.
Mechanically intensive. High APM.
All right. All right. So we got top lane bruisers and ribbon mains. Kemp, go. What role?
I think tanks are easily like the best role in any game because like not only do you need to know about yourself, you need to know about the enemy too. Like you need to know like enemy like attack patterns, all that stuff, like how they're gonna attack, like how much damage you can take. Like the tank is like pretty much the body of the group. Like if the tank is like not good, tank doesn't know how the enemy's gonna attack. Man, you got a brittle front line.
All right. I think that's pretty good. Everyone's got some good points. All right. And we'll go to the second lightning round question real quick. Let's see. What was the second question? Second question was what was it? It was and then we have Anthony in the chat. He says bots because they stabilize the economy and make things affordable. You have bots and NPCs. So that's Anthony. That's his comment in the stream chat.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
All right, second lightning round question. This has nothing to do with gaming. Top anime betrayal. Go.
Oh my god.
What the? I have to remember.
It doesn't.
Wait,
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter
Betrayal.
which one it is. Pick one and go. I don't even
what
care
if
if
it's
I know the anime.
spoilers?
I don't care.
Dude, when my cousin pushed me into the river 2
Ooh.
days ago, feels
Oh.
bad, man.
Dang. All right. Kemp's got a real life anime betrayal. All right. Let's go.
Dude.
Oh my,
All right.
oh
We'll
my
go.
God.
Looks like we're going in reverse order. Java, go. Oh no, Ryan, go.
When Sasuke betrays the Leaf Village.
Oh, the
Sasuke.
classic Sasuke, dude.
Oh my god.
All right.
For me, when we all thought Reagan was the leader of that one psychic mob group in Mob Psycho 100,
Oh.
I was like, this can't be it.
Spoilers!
Spoilers! Wow. No, I'm kidding.
Add spoilers.
All right,
Add the
dude.
spoiler mark for
All
this.
right. I'm not necessarily grading my own answer, but top 10 anime betrayals. It's the United States and Donald Trump, dog. There it is. Bam! It just got political. Holy shit! All right,
Damn.
guys.
Oh, dude, feels Russia, man.
It's Russia, man. Yikes.
Dang, feels
Feels
Russia.
Holy
North
shit.
Korea, man.
Holy shit, we're all in a list now, guys.
I know. Shit. It was nice knowing
It
y'all.
was nice knowing you guys. It looks like it's gonna be the second and last episode of the Neon Podcast. Right now, I'm gonna be awarding the lightning round winner to Ryan Padua. Gave it to the Sasuke answer and Ribbon Mains.
What the heck? I'm trying to
mean-
recount.
I'm okay with this.
Let's do it just by lane by lane. Ryan, you have 10 seconds for a victory speech or say whatever you want. Go.
Shout outs to Neron for bringing me to this podcast, you know.
Oh, bringing in the humble points. I like it. I like it.
Dang,
All
he
right.
already won. He wants more brownie points.
Is he trying to win something still? Like.
Yeah, dude. He knows what he knows what he wants to win. You know what I mean? Wink,
Yeah,
wink.
that's right.
All right. So with that said, we're gonna be closing this podcast off real soon. Any last words? Doesn't have to be a victory speech. We'll go down the line once more. Java, anything last words you want to say before we head off?
Be nice to each other. Appreciate your healers, please. That's all I have to say. That's all I want from people. Is just appreciate them. Unless they're bad, then don't, I guess.
Wow. Okay. Oh wow.
So they can get better. Feels
Dude,
better.
All right.
Don't do
Well,
anything.
We'll get into that another day. Once again, like I said, Ryan, what you got other than being on the podcast? What else you got? Final words.
Oh.
Everyone should main Ribbon, man. He's the best character in the game.
Oh my
my
god. All
I'm
right.
gonna need to watch some box for this.
All right, we got a Ribbon main up in the house. All right, Kemp. Second time on the podcast. Any last words for this episode?
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Tune in for episode 3 if Russia doesn't kidnap us by then. Maybe North Korea might, but hopefully episode 3 will be just as good.
There's seasons.
Season 2 of the United States of America, bro. Feel tune in, man. Feels Russian man, feels Ribbon man, feels healer man. All right, guys. Thanks for being on the podcast. I think the live stream went off, but it's okay. We're gonna have this on the recording on YouTube. And since it's no longer being live streamed because I think my internet cut off for whatever reason, you're probably still watching this point on YouTube. If you're thanks for watching. Drop a comment, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. And with that, I guess that's it. Bye. Thanks for watching. Whee!
Is anyone gonna play RuneScape when it goes on mobile?